But to me, if you want to hit the ball awesome all the time and you want to hit a little cut, here, shallow, and now you can use what you have best, which is your ability to rotate, to cleanly move around your left side, and that's going to keep the club from actually continuing to drop under, and it's going to move it right in front of you, and there's your beautiful cut. It's going to be the same thing with your driver, by the way.
Okay.
Like, that swing was fantastic. Pick a spot in front of the golf ball that's just left of your target that you want that ball to start over, or pick a spot that's in line of the target that you want to start the ball just left of, okay?
Okay.
Pay attention to that, make the same exact golf swing you've been making. Now, as far as your starting lines, that was one of your better cuts of the day because that ball started right at it there.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a big one right there for our viewer as well. You know, this guy's this is a world-class player, a great player here. So the difference, you know, it's sometimes you have to create these visuals. You know, we just had a lesson where we had the alignment rod up in front of the golfer and having him start right of it because he was getting steep and everything would have typically started left. For these guys, just having that visual and picking a spot out in front of you, not only is the spot great for alignment, but the spot, it's bigger than that. Like, that was beautiful again right there. And being like, okay, well, that's in line with my target. I'm hitting a cut. I want it to start just left of that spot. You know, for these guys, that's a great visual. Like, watch, if I do this to Mace, like, watch, it's almost like clockwork. He'll be right here. Now, Kev, get behind so you can see how I'd set this up, right? So I'll kind of put this guy on the ball line right here. I'm starting this line at just left. Okay. And I'll go like just right. Like, Mason, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. And we want to see him start the ball over here and have it work around that a little bit, okay?
I guess that is just a little left already.
Yeah. Maybe like a ball over there. Yeah, there you go.
Just lean her right, just in case. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know if I've ever done this drill before.
Really?
Ever. We put in the alignment rod in front.
That was insanely good right there. If that cut back, that'd have been it right there.
Yeah.
That was so good.
So what do I get that? What do I do to like get that starting a little more left? Is that just turning like after getting shallow? I mean, it was a better in terms of like not being too big of a cut, but it still like started at it and then cut.
Well, check your ball position to make sure your ball position's right. Because the one thing about it is if the ball's not far enough forward, where's the ball going to start? Watch. If there's a natural arc, you guys, that goes around our body, right? Like, that'd be like the path. If this was in the dead middle right here, you know, right in here is going to be pretty straight, but the more back you go, the more in to out the swing's going to get. The more forward you go, the more left the swing's going to get. So if you're hitting cuts and you're starting the ball right and cutting, the first thing I check is ball position. I want to make sure it's just a little bit more forward. That'll start the ball a little bit more left. Is that a little ahead of where you had it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come over here, Kev. Yeah, look at this. I mean, this is great. What iron do we have here?
9.
Yep. Like, so here's middle, right? And look that's ahead of where he had it. Well, no wonder, right? So that's where 9 iron should be played anyway. It's just a little ahead of center. So with that being said, if that's him putting the ball a little forward, we were spot on there with that's why a cut would start a little bit right of the target. This should start on line right here, buddy. Let's stay on it. Mace. Now we're talking.
That's good.
So, guys, big lesson there. Like, I want to get this guy's swing neutral to the point where if it's neutral and he just swings, straightish, okay? You move the ball a little forward, aim a hair left where you want the ball, where you want the starting line to be, cut. Aim a hair right, drop the ball back a little bit, draw. Okay? Beautiful right there, buddy.
You know what's weird is like when I'm doing that and feeling shallower, like it almost feels like you're like pushing the ball down the line as opposed to like my first instinct was like to try and get the ball to go left. It was like cover it more and like come outside, which probably made this problem even worse.
Yes, of course it did.
When the fix was like the complete opposite.
Absolutely. Because here's the thing.
I love golf.
The fix was absolutely the opposite, because here's the thing. If he gets to the right here and it comes down shallower, guess what we can do? Tear it this way, and there's your cut. My thought is this: shallow cuts. Let's get you feeling this right here. Let's get you more connected. It's going to put you into kind of a draw transition, meaning, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're going to be in a draw transition, but with a cut bottom of the swing. And
Okay.
I always...
Well, that's what I was scared about, is like getting 2 under to where it would start straight and then cut, and like not being able to start it left. The one thing I noticed also is like it's kind of hard to move it more than a couple yards from the position I'm in.
It's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, you
straighter.
can obviously open the face a little bit and kind of get a little more like preset with the, you know, and listen, I'm not the kind of guy who likes to open the face through impact. I'm the kind of guy that likes to swing normal and just preset it a little bit. If I need to have it bleed 6-7 yards right, I will open that club face a degree in my hands and then swing down the line of my feet and give me that. I don't want to sit there and hold it neutral and then have to create that feeling as much through impact. I'd rather not manipulate anything and just swing my normal golf swing and just have the face be there to begin with, which will lead to that, right? Get that ball position right. What do you have in the hand there? 7?
7-er.
Okay, good. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches ahead of center.
Yeah. Am I still bracing, or is that leg going a little bit?
It's doing pretty good. Let me get a face-on video here. And what he means by that when he talks about bracing.
Because my swing has gotten longer, and that's kind of when I noticed it.
Okay, that right knee staying on the inside of that right foot. That's a big checkpoint for us. We don't like seeing that right knee move out at all.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're looking for right there is we're just looking at his right knee, and we just like to make sure the right knee doesn't move out this way. So see how it stays braced right there? That's really good, because then what that takes away for our golfer is it takes away lateral movement. So obviously if that goes out this way, the anchor point, which is the left hip, is moved a little bit, and then it's going to have to post back up and slide. Now we're going to have too much lateral movement over active hands as a result, versus the ability to keep that knee inside here, keep it braced, and then we can rotate cleaner around our left side as a result, okay? When we talk about the post and the brace and the hip bump, okay? So back to the hip bump. When I bump my hips, I've really got this phrase in a way now that's helping a lot of golfers understand the hip bump. I see Kevin shaking his head back there. We get a lot of questions about how to bump your hip. Square hips, sternum stays still. Keep these square, bump 1 inch, keep the sternum still. Guess what? There's the post, there's the brace, there's the spine angle perpendicular to the pelvis. That puts you in a position to cleanly turn. Now that turn, watch from behind, guys. That turn is easy. There's no stress here, but watch. If I'm like this, you know, there's the crunch, and then there's the crunch again, and that's where the lower back starts to hurt, okay? So what Mason said is big, you know, just setting up in the setup, we help our players, and not only does it help promote a bigger turn and reduce lateral movement, and it actually helps the pressure shift be perfect. Chest turns over the instep of the back foot, there's the pressure. Right around my spine angle, and there's the pressure. So there's no lateral movement taking place with the lower body that's creating that pressure shift. That's the feel versus the real. The real, of course, will be there's a little bit of movement into the ball, but you're not actively trying to do that. I see it mistaught so often with people trying to work on this big bump through, in transition. It's unnecessary. It doesn't need to happen, right? You're just turning and unwinding, and that will happen naturally as a result of having the pressure be in the right spots.
At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.